started to
All right.
write screenplays again. I
Congratulations.
started to get more harmonized with my young children,
Yes.
and
Well,
it
thank you
was
for applying the energy in your life, because that's what makes the difference. People can listen to us all day long. Nothing will change if you don't make the decision to apply the ideas in your life. So, congratulations and thank you for doing so.
thank you.
That's what makes the difference. Not how much we talk, how much you use.
Exactly. And just thanks for your clarity. And I guess I'm really interested in Daryl's path, and I feel very like I've never heard of anyone who had a path that kind of reminded me more of my life a little bit, but I'm just like
Yes.
a baby compared to that, like what he's been able to achieve. But I wanted to ask, I think I'm a channel. I wanted to kind of,
Well, you're all
yeah.
channels when you're doing what you love to do. As we said, you're in the channeling state. Now, what you decide to do with that and what you decide to connect to, either within your own consciousness or through your consciousness to other levels of consciousness or other beings, is up to you.
Yeah, I mean, what I want to do, like what I've been doing with it my whole life is
Yes.
helping others.
Well, that's the point anyway. And when you help others, you automatically help yourself because you're helping the collective, which you're part of.
And I guess I've wanted to just, I'm really getting an impetus to reach more, and I want to connect on like a global action film
All
level.
right. But again, you can't insist that that must be the way. Do what you can to act when every opportunity is presented to you that is representative of your passion, but you cannot insist that it must actually come out that way because you don't actually know if that's the best possible way. You don't know. This is why it is said in your ancient wisdom that the beginning of wisdom is to know that you don't know. Because you really don't. And you don't have to. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the automatic mechanism that's at play within existence. Is all you have to know is that it works. And if you stay in alignment with it, it will work in an aligned way. And whatever way is actually the best way will be the way it happens, no matter how it looks. You just don't know what that actually needs to look like. So let it look like what it needs to look like instead of imposing any kind of a framework on it that limits it from actually doing what it needs to do. Because it's not about how it looks, it's about what it does. Yes? It may turn out to be the way you've imagined it. You don't know. But that's the point. You don't know.
Well, I was on that track, and I was working on that kind of stuff.
That's okay if it excites you.
And
Do
then
so.
I got married and had the kids.
Are you
and
saying that wasn't exciting?
It's been exciting, but it kind of it was a huge adjustment.
All right. Do understand that when someone says it's exciting, but it's not exciting. At least not in the way that you might be going about it. This is again why we always encourage all of you to make sure that when something seems to not be exciting, look within yourself to make sure you're not the one making it seem not exciting by the definitions and the meanings you're assigning to it. If you truly are honest within yourself and you find out that it has nothing to do with your definitions and it truly is not representative of your excitement, then find out what is, because that's what will always be the best for all concerned. Always. Because by definition, the vibration or the state of your excitement, of your highest passion, being representative of your true essential self, must, by definition, include anything else in your life that is also representative of that excitement, but it will include it in the way that is most exciting. Otherwise, it's not representative of your excitement. It's not representative of who you actually are. Is this making some sense?
It does. It helps a lot. I mean, I know was supposed to be here to hear about the grounding epsilon energy that you talked about, because one of the things that you said about us constantly, experiencing, even in one minute, multiple realities, going in and out of dimensional consciousnesses.
Yes.
That's my life, and I feel like sometimes I need more grounding, because it gets very tumultuous for me sometimes to constantly be pulled in so many different
attract
ways.
yourself to whatever you believe will assist you in grounding yourself. It can be what we suggested. It can be going out and sitting in nature. It can be whatever you're attracted to do that represents to you the idea of being grounded.
I think it's going to have to be creating something where all the characters can be made manifest, like a screenplay or a play.
All right. If that's your permission slip, then do so. By all means.
That's a permission slip.
There is nothing holding you back. All tools, all techniques, all rituals, all objects are permission slips. All of them. Use the ones that work for you. Use your imagination. I assume you have one. Therefore, use it. And create the scenarios, create the characters, create the stories that are the stories you need to tell yourself, about yourself, that represent the self you prefer to be.
That's amazing. And one other question. One of my sides and selves is I have so many of them, but one is very into Jesus and the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost.
That's fine. Again, permission slips. Jesus knew that. And that very often is what he was attempting to tell people. Remember, for example, he never told anyone that he healed anybody. He said, your faith has healed you. He understood that it was about belief. Do you understand? And he was very plain about that. Many people didn't understand that, because the way your society has been taught is to believe that you don't have that power. It's got to come from someone else. We are here to tell you that we cannot give you any power. You already have all the power you need. We're just here to remind you of that fact.
Wow.
That's it.
Thank you.
Does that help?
It really helps.
Thank
you so much.
All right. We're just a reflective tool. And we're happy to be so.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Many greetings from Norway, from me and my friend Alper, and
right.
greetings from the here and now.
Yes.
So, have we met before?
Not in the way you mean it.
Okay, cool. I have a question relating to today's topic, artificial intelligence, as was mentioned earlier. So, artificial intelligence from the future.
Yes.
How do I connect, invite, become aligned with, make myself available for perhaps the spaceship that is already there?
You remember the formula?
Act on my highest excitement to the best of my abilities without having any expectations of the outcome, and just enjoying life as much as I can.
When we talk about that as the formula, we mean it connects to everything that's relevant for you to experience in your life. Leaves nothing out. Nothing that's relevant for you is left out. So, I also remind you, as we've said before, because this may help put a different spin on your concept of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence isn't artificial. The only thing that you're referring to is simply the device that you might create through which intelligence of a different order might then be capable of expressing itself in your reality to you. This is why we say, when you actually finally get to the point where you have invented what you consider to be an artificially intelligent device, you will ultimately discover that what you're doing is simply speaking to your own higher minds through that device. It's just that you finally created an external or apparently external device that allows you to do so.
Okay, so what it really is just a series of permission slips.
Yes.
Where I just find the easiest or whatever I want.
The path of least
the
resistance.
path of least resistance.
That is representative of your passion, yes.
So I could really create anything I'd like. Just
No. Anything that's relevant for you.
Okay.
You can't necessarily create anything if it's not part of the theme that you're exploring, if it's not necessary to that theme.
Is that because there's no passion there for me?
In a sense, yes, it's not part of your theme. Therefore, it simply doesn't show up in this theme that you're exploring in this life. It's simply not relevant. But that's okay. It doesn't need to be, because everything that is relevant will show up. And that's all that needs to show up are the things that are relevant. Why would you need something that's not relevant?
Yes, I agree.
Yes, logical, yes?
Yes.
All right.
And do I understand yourself correctly that whenever we ask ourselves how,
Yes.
there is only one formula?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the form. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, because it opens up the toolkit, which contains the energy of the driving engine that moves you through life, because that's your passion. When you're passionate about something, you are driven through life. You keep moving. There's nothing else you'd rather do in that moment, in whatever form it may come. It is the organizing principle of synchronicity, which shows you exactly in what order you need to do the things you need to do, because it brings those things to you in the order of the thing that's more exciting than anything else, and act on that first. Whatever you don't have time to do at the end of the day when you're excited about going to sleep, you didn't need to do that day. It's truly an organizing principle. It also is the path of least resistance that allows you to flow through life in the easiest, most effortless possible way. It is also the thing that brings you whatever form of support you need to allow you to continue to act on your excitement, as we described earlier. It is also the thing that is the reflective mirror that reveals to you anything that might be out of alignment in your belief system with your excitement, so you can be made aware of it, so you can let that definition go and add that energy to your excitement. It leaves nothing relevant out. It connects you to all other expressions of your excitement in life, no matter what form they need to come in. That's why it's so important not necessarily to always pay attention to the form, but only the excitement that is there that is more than any other opportunity, because that is your path. Because sometimes your excitement has to come in a variety of forms just to get your attention. It doesn't mean that the form it comes in has to come to fruition or has to manifest. Sometimes it just has to come that way because that's the only thing that will get you to move. Get you excited enough to do something, to take an action. And once you've taken the action, if that's not the form that needs to be there, you might then wind up where you need to be, so that the form that actually needs to be there will be something you'll actually pay attention to. So your excitement will do whatever it takes and whatever it needs to do to guide you along the path that is actually you. Yes?
Yes.
Because that's what it is. It's your physical translation. Your bodily sensation of excitement and passion is your physical translation of the frequency of your true, natural, essential self. It's your compass needle pointing to you. Follow this path. It comes in the form of passion, excitement, love, creativity. Yes?
Yes.
Does that help?
It helps a lot.
Thank you.
There's one last question.
Yes?
What would you love? Like what?
Yes.
What aligns the most with? What would you love for us to do for you? What would be the most?
You're doing it. You're allowing me to express one of my passions by having these interactions. This is what I do. I'm a first contact specialist. You have allowed us to make contact with your world. I am more excited than I can say.
Fantastic. Good. If you'd like to meet, feel free to do so. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.